Hello everyone, hey! We're in a different situation here, aren't we? Let me get the audio going here. There we go. So, hi everybody, Stern B here. I am here on in my recliner, actually, with spooky red lighting because it's October, and with something entirely different going on the screen in front of you. Went through quite a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna lean back a little bit. I'll make sure that I can still see myself. It looks like I can. I've decided to try a little something different since I finished with the room 3. Here, let me actually mute this real quick. Okay. Since I finished with the room 3, I decided to try something a little different. Specifically, I wanted to try doing a retro game, something from that I dearly love, and something that would be appropriate for this season, the Halloween season. And yeah, I know it's still early October, but, well, this may take several sessions, not just one evening of streaming to finish. And specifically, that game is MediEvil. In order to get this to work, I mean, I could have streamed it directly from my computer, but I decided to relax and have fun and play the game the way it was meant to be played, on a couch or recliner, lean back experience on a big screen. So you can't see right now, but I have my big screen up there, 65-inch TV, and I have my computer streaming to that via an app called Parsec, a service. It is mostly free. I'm just using the free version anyway. Streaming from my PC directly to the television, and I'm using Launchbox and RetroArch and other things to access my retro games catalog through it. So I'm using a little Bluetooth controller here, a PS4 controller, connected to my NVIDIA Shield TV, which is being having my PC streamed to it with Parsec, and I'm able to browse through my Launchbox collection of games right here. And still be able to stream from my computer, which is over that way, actually. Anyway, so pretty interesting stuff. Took me a while to get it set up. Had to move the camera, obviously. Had to move the microphone. It's right over here. I don't know how well it's picking up my voice, or even if it is doing so. I can see the VU meter is actually moving, but I don't know how well it's moving. Especially after last week's debacle with the microphone not working well. But anyway, we're going to give this a try anyway. I really want to. So let me bring back our audio here. Before I do, let me also log into Twitch. I do believe I am currently... Hey, Zoe! Stop that. My cat is trying to sabotage all my hard work here by playing with the cable that is stretching from my microphone over to my PC. Trying to stop her whenever she does that. She should know better. Well, actually, she shouldn't, but I wish she did. All right, now let me get my Twitch app up here so that I can keep an eye on the chat room and participate in any chats that may be happening there. I haven't launched Twitch on this particular device yet. So let me log in here. You care all in one place, etc. Yeah, that's nice. Here I am. And let me go to my chat. So, there we go. I'm set now. Looks like I have one viewer. Hi. Feel free to say something if you like. I'm going to go ahead and get this back. There we go. Got the audio back. Hopefully it's loud enough without being too loud and everything. If you are in chat, feel free to say hi. Zoe. Now she's messing with the tripod that the camera is on. Anyway, feel free to say hi. Hey, Greypax, you're there. Hello. And let me know if the audio quality needs to be adjusted. I'll be happy to do so because this is an entirely new setup for me here. So, without further ado... Okay, thank you, Greypax. Thank you for the feedback. I'm gonna go ahead. This is... I love this game. It was introduced to me by someone that I used to consider a friend. Does not... He's no longer in my life. And I don't want him in my life anymore anyway, but I'm not going down that road. But I love this game so much that I played it pretty much every year. Around this time, preferably, because, again, the season. Halloween. I know the light is not very much, so you probably can't see me that well, but, you know, I'm not the star of the show here anyway. The game is. Okay. Now, let's bring up this again. Go back to chat. There we are. Welcome to me back to the chat room. Why, thank you so much. Audio is still playing. Mic is still picking me up. Okay. Looks like everything's still running fine there. Let me get my headphones back in so I can hear what's going on. Can't have it go through the speakers, otherwise it would interfere with the microphone and we get feedback loop, and that would be awful. Alright, there we go. See, oh, a little stuttering there for some reason, but it looks like it's streaming now, so now you can finally see everything. Alright. Finally, a half hour late-ish into, you know, I normally stream at 9 p.m. Oh no, no, it is streaming, okay. It's just kind of dark on the screen there for some reason. But yeah, there it is, okay. And yes, it does look like it's inside of a letterbox and pillar box. Don't worry too much about that. And I apologize for the stuttering. That wasn't happening earlier, but now it appears to be. Strange. Anyway, story time, so I'll be quiet here.
In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Zarok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia into battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
Indeed he did. And this is how. Good old, you gotta love late 90s CG. You know, FMV CG even. Oof, that audio popping is a bit annoying, isn't it? Well, we're going to try and get through this at least for I love the way the curtain effect on the waterfall. Even, you know, 20 years later, it still looks great, in my opinion. But we'll get through this tonight, and then I'll work on that audio issue for next time, for next Wednesday evening. Such a fantastic game. So, he steals the souls of the living, their life essence, I suppose, and he leaves a trail of that behind him, his slimy essence or whatever, and it has the effect of raising the dead. Alright, the main menu. Yep, it is appearing on the screen, so that's good. So, one of the things that you saw it in that cutscene, and you see it here too, it's very Tim Burton-esque. But the art direction in this game is very much like something you'd see in at least an older Tim Burton. I guess maybe any Tim Burton movie. But, as far as I know, Tim Burton had nothing to do with this game. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But, we're going to hit new game. We have one more cutscene. Okay, yeah. And, then we actually get into the game proper. And here we are on the first level, Dan's Crypt.
It has risen again, Sir Daniel Fortescue. See? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better. Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
Thank you. Alrighty, so here we are, walking around. We got a jump button. Pull off our arm and we can attack with it. We can throw it. And it comes back to us like a boomerang. We can sort of block, but we're not going to block without the arm there. Don't even have a shield yet. So at any rate, this is Dan's crypt. We can't go back to over there, but we can read these little things that give us the in-game tutorial. When you're ready to leave this crypt, you'll find an exit at the end of the hall. To unlock the gate, you must find a rune stone and place it in the ornate hand set next to the doorway. And this one says, excuse me, I get aimed on it just right here. You must be out of shape after 100 years lying on your back. Use the crypt to get to grips with your new lease of life. Should that be new lease on life? I don't know. At any rate, the left stick moves you around, circle jumps, X is attack as is usual in most of these types of games. Your currently equipped weapon is in the top left corner of the screen there. It shows your arm is your weapon. You're using your own arm. Throw is square. Triangle is block, but it's also used elsewhere for other things. Anyway, as you saw, sometimes if you pause for a bit, your health and money would appear as well at the top of the screen. Start pauses the game as usual. Select will bring up your inventory, which we only have one thing, our arm. So there's that, at least. But hey, let's pick up something else. This thing has been glowing here for quite some time. And there we go, we got a small sword. We can now swing it around. We can't throw it, but we do get this little swipe, and if we hold down that square, we get a powered up swipe. It's more powerful and hits multiple people at once. Cameras, you know, L and R triggers. Sometimes you can't use it at, but we can here at least. Right stick is not used for anything. You can use the D-pad, and then, but, you know, I can't remember what makes you run. Oh, if you double tap with the D-pad. That's right. So at any rate, I gotta get used to these controls again too. It has been a year since I played. And down here is what they were talking about. This says star rune required. Is this in order to leave the crypt? I need a star rune to put there. Over here is throwing daggers, and you see in the top left corner it shows 100. Now we have 100 of them. So if we use them, they don't come back like our arm does. We actually use them up, and we can select them from here. So I'm going to go back to a sword. I'm going to use this for most everything. And up here, a life bottle. See, a little bottle appears above the life bar. That is kind of like heart containers in Zelda. Pretty much functions exactly that way. Here we have, during your travels through the world of Gallowmere, you will collect many items. To look at your inventory, press the select button on the controller, which I described already. This one, as soon as I can get in the right position for it. Depth perception is not the PlayStation 1's strong suit. To do a power attack, press and hold square button on the controller for a second or two, and then release it. Yep. And now here we have the star rune. A bunch of debris here. Come on. Feel free to have a paddle in the shallow water, but don't be tempted to go for a swim. Buoyancy can be a problem for those of a dead disposition. So yes, this right here is shallow water. We can walk in that. But if it was much deeper than this, we drown and lose a life immediately. So here we go. We can get some money. Money is used in shops later on in the game. Any treasure that you find will go into your coin score, displayed in the top right of your display. Coins are used to buy items from the greedy merchant gargoyles. Yes, of course. And chests you'll find everywhere. You just whack them to open them up. And in this case, we get a copper shield. Yay, we now have a shield. So if we hold down the triangle button, we now have a shield. We can block attacks. Alright, that's all we can do here in Dan's Crypt, so let's leave. Try and read this before we actually leave here. Sometimes it can be a little tricky in a few stages. Track down Zarek by retracing his diabolical odyssey through Gallowmere. You can spot the exits from an area by looking out for his stinking trail of magic slime. That's what these little green dots are, is his trail of magic slime. So, that's that level. We now see the map where we can go elsewhere. Now, I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Checking memory cards. Memory card slot 1. Love how it defaults you to no. Like, are you sure you want to use memory card slot 1? Yes. Alright, save successful. So, now we can move to a different level. The graveyard. I just love this game so much. Again, I do apologize for the audio quality. I will get that fixed soon. See, if you can't move the camera, that little symbol will appear in the bottom right corner to let you know you can't move it. These little hands are pretty much benign in this game, but in the second game they're not. And there are secrets in this game. We'll get to that soon enough. Welcome back to your beloved Gallowmere. The stinking dead have risen up to dance with the lifeless living, and they want to do it over your dead body. Okay, I don't think I'm missing anything here, so let's move on. So, first enemies we're defeating here. And you'll notice a little cup appeared in the corner after I killed that one. You see some green... or not green, just some reddish, multicolored things coming out of it. It's basically their souls. And that's a cup. Going into the chalice, actually. Excuse me. Chalice of souls, I think, or something like that. Yeah, let's use this on. So you got rid of that guy in one hit. We're going to need this rune here, the Earth rune. See, it's now up to 25%. This will get explained shortly. That what looks like is more that Zarok's magic slime is actually health. Don't let zombies get you down. Tend those wounds by stepping into this fountain of rejuvenation. So, okay, well, I will. Takes us back up to the maximum of 300. To go through here, we're going to need a chaos rune, but we only have a moon rune. In fact, if you look, there it is, yeah. The shield also has a durability. The more you use it, the more it'll get worn down until it's useless. You can recharge it later, but or buy new ones, I think, or whatever. Okay. There's nothing there. Nothing there. So let's go ahead and get the Chaos Rune and move on. The game is mostly linear throughout. And there are a few bosses. Only a few. Remember, nothing remains hidden under the gaze of an angel, which is a puzzle hint. There's the angel. There's some closed gates there, and that looks like another chalice, huh? Over here appears to be another locked gate. There's a chest of gold there we can't quite get to yet. I've got this game mostly memorized, but anyway. The living world lies beyond these skull gates. The master of the hilltop mausoleum, the stained glass demon, has possession of the skull key, which is needed to pass those gates and go to the land of the living. %. 92%. There we go. We'll go down there in just a moment. Before we do, let me do this tricky little bit here without falling. I do have a little bit of input lag here too, which does make things a bit more tricky than it should be. Coupled with this audio stuttering, it's not very nice. Again, sorry for that. We'll get that fixed. At least I intend to. Definitely some slowdown there. Yeah, it says the chalice can now be collected, you notice. We'll get to that soon. Before we do, though, let me go over here. So here's the shop. Pick up some more money. Kill these fools. So you can come up here to the shop, stick your sword in his head, and look at some supplies. You can buy more throwing daggers. And that's all for now. I'm not going to continue on down there just yet, because I want to head back. Now that the chalice can be collected, I'd like to collect it. And yes, this game does have some backtracking in it. Not a lot, but some. So you see, we hit this statue of the angel. Nothing hid. What was the hint? Nothing is hidden under the gaze of an angel. So it opens up this, and so it's, you know, whatever. It's a simple puzzle. The object here is the chalice. Every time you dispatch an enemy, the chalice fills a little more. Once the chalice is full, it is yours to collect, and you will be worthy of visiting the sacred Hall of Heroes to claim a prize. There is a chalice to be found in every region of Gallowmere, except Dan's Crypt. They are all hidden or well guarded. Only a true hero will collect the full set. And I think if you collect the full set, it gives you a bonus ending, too. But now you notice the chalice, well, I've already picked it up, says the Hall of Heroes awaits. It was actually more solid. Before I had dispatched 100% of the, collection of souls there to fill it. It was a little bit translucent. So we can go this way now, and if we wanted to, and get a few more little goodies, including the ever-important life bottle there. These are very precious. Another one? Okay, fine, die too. And so you can see it's a life bottle. It looks like that. Now, don't be, don't mistake the life bottle with the what's called, I think, used life vial or something like that. We'll see those, plenty of those around later. Those just refill a little bit of energy. They don't actually give you an extra heart container, so to speak. So these are just simple little zombies. See, it's so very Tim Burton-esque, I tell you. Artwork in this game. Love it. Oh, you want to run away from me, huh? No, you're not. And we got a replacement copper shield here. We didn't really even use our... I don't use the shield much. There are some instances where I will, but not much. So let's get rejuvenated before we leave the graveyard. Shallow water here is fine. The bridge also counts as shallow water, but as you can see, there's deep water there that we can't step in.
Tread softly. Zarok awaits beyond these gates. The Master meets with the demon from the mausoleum, hatching plots of purest evil. Forgotten nobodies would be wise to make themselves scarce.
The voice acting in this game makes the game, in my opinion. It can be so over the top and cheesy. It is so glorious. Hall of Heroes.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity, feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
Goody. So, this is the Hall of Heroes. This is the bonus stage. If you collect the chalice in the level, you can come here. To pay homage to the heroes, stand in front of their designated statues and await spiritual guidance. So, you see some statues around here. This first one is actually us here. It's Sir Daniel Fortescue, and you notice it's translucent. It's not. It's a kind of ghostly, because we're not really a true hero yet. But here's Iron Hammer, or Iron Cleaver, whatever his name is. Here's Woden the Mighty, I think, right here. And then there's these stairs, a closed door here, and then this. You notice these stairs also look ghostly. Only when you are truly worthy as a hero will you be able to ascend to the higher level of this hall. When you have paid homage to all of the heroes in the lower hall, the ghostly stairs will then become solid. Actually, you have to pay homage to the all down here twice, which I think means 6, because there are 3 statues that you can go to, not including, you know, your own statue. You can't really pay homage to that. You're not a hero yet. We're not a hero yet. And each of these you go through, at least down here on this first floor, twice before those stairs become solid. See, right now we'll just pass right through them when we attempt to take them. Only the statues that are glowing like this can be activated. And right now it's only this guy right here, Canny Tim.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards.
Will you accept? I love how it always highlights no. Like, no, you don't want to accept it first. You have to move it to yes and say, yes, I'll accept it.
Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir.
Oh, goodbye, sir.
Goodbye. So we now have a crossbow in our arsenal, but I'm going to keep using the sword for now. I rarely use... there are instances when the crossbow becomes useful. But at any rate, so yeah, this is where you get weapons upgrades and shields and other things. As well as just extra money and whatnot. And of course, yeah, there's a giant chalice here on the feasting table. And of course, the ambiance playing in the background, you can hear the echoes of the other heroes feasting and partying here. At any rate, so there we go. That's the Hall of Heroes, and to leave, you just come back here. It always highlights no first. I have yet to get the, gather up enough guts to actually say no to any of those homages where you can accept or reject a weapon. So yes, we will save our progress. More of the map is revealed. Let's continue on with memory card 1. We'll put it in slot B here. Sure, why not? And continue on. It's almost 10 o'clock already, but I'm not going to stop playing this for a little while. Probably about 10:30 I might quit. But yeah, this is a super fun game. Now this is basically this game. This is the sequence, the play loop, as a developer would call it, or something like that. This is how the game goes. I also love the voice for Zarok. I don't know who it is, but he's been in a lot of things. This guy right here.
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
I love this music so much. And actually, something I'm going to set up real quickly here in the settings, if you don't mind. It's under input. I'm going to bind some hotkeys real quick. I'm going to put a load state in right here, a save state in right here, and save state slot there. I'm assigning some controller hotkeys here so that I can go boop and save the, do a save slot. Now I don't know if that, I don't think that appeared there, but that will allow me to then just immediately boop, load the save state. Yeah, good, the overlay didn't appear. And in case I need to come back to the game at a certain point, or if I fail, if I'm, whatever. Save states are very handy in emulators like this. Some obstructions can be smashed down with clubs and certain other weapons. Try experimenting, of course. Definitely going to have to change some settings here to get this stuttering to go away. Super annoying. So let's come over here real quick first. Don't step inside the campfire. You can't. You can catch fire in this game. Ugh. It's no fun. Of great archaeological interest. Destroy the boulder and plunder the valuable treasures within. How do you do that? Sword's not going to do it. Don't really have anything else that can do it. Well, we will find out shortly. Or rather, you will. I already know. I like these little skull and crossbone chests. They contain one of two things, either a bomb or a serpent. If we open this one up, it's a bomb. It pushes everyone back and damages them. It also pushes you back. I don't think it damages you though. Player. See this little green thing here? This is called a used vial, I think. Used energy vial. If we lose any life, it'll replenish some of that. So let's come over here. Again, the shopkeeper's got some things. It has crossbow bolts, but we don't need them. We're full. Well, we're not full, but we don't really need them. Let's go ahead and fill up. Sure. Might as well get close to filling up on that too. We got the money. Why not? So, a little bit of Donkey Kong action time here now. We gotta climb up here for a bit. Just a little bit. Ouch. You can block some of these boulders with your shield. You don't want to get knocked off the edge. But inside here, you see there's another copper shield. Come down here. The club is a crude but effective weapon. Bash with it. Burn with it. Note that. But beware, one bash too many and it will break. Just like most, well, not most things, but just like your, you know, shields and your ammunition for ranged weapons. We're not going to use it on these guys. Get rid of them. So we're kind of stuck here right now. I don't think we can even get back up if we wanted to. So we open this up and we get a club. And with this club we can smash rocks. And you see it's got a percentage up there showing 93% now. Well, hey, let's make use of this club. Let's come on around over here. Bash this boulder too. Step inside. Before I go any further, let me go back to the sword.
Fresh air. We hate these dark old caves and their filthy stench of old witches. A coven of the warty old hags lived here once. Unholy fires burning all night while they brewed up unspeakable muck in their cauldrons. They moved on years back, but the smell still makes our eyes sting.
Yep. So apparently this is where witches lived at that time. At one time. Come in here. See, there's where the chalice is, in there. Bunch of other things around here too. Now, you'll notice this weird bookcase here. Well, we don't like bookcases, I guess. So we just smash that. Interesting sound effect in this room, and I never really noticed that before, I think. Huh. A guide to covens. Here we go. For witches and witchcraft enthusiasts. A witch's coven would reach the height of its power only when all of their sacred flames were alight. Witches have been known to offer help to the questing adventurer, yet they are a reclusive people and have to be summoned by the aid of mystic charms or talismans. Let it be known that help from a witch is rarely given freely, and the witch will more often than not make a request of the adventurer before any such help is given. If seeking to summon a witch, remember that they are quite territorial. Any signs of previous witch activity in an area is good indication that a witch can be called upon. So, all this witch stuff here, this entire cave is optional. They're side quests. Okay. Now in the other room you saw a little what looked like a brazier in the center of the room. It needed to be lit. Well, here we have a fire, and we just read about how their fires need to be lit. That's when they come to their full power or whatever. So hey, let's go ahead and light it. Well, the only thing we have to light is actually a club. If we stick it out here, we can carefully actually catch it on fire. There we go. Now it only lasts a little while before the fire goes out, but there we go. Now switch back to the sword. It opened up all of these cages with enemies in them. So I've used the life bottle. Chalice can now be collected as well. And as you can see, sometimes there are more enemies than souls that can be put into the chalice. So, there's that, and we can also get chalice, get a used energy vial, see it refills some of my regular energy as well as some of the heart container up there. Also, another copper shield, and this, a witch talisman. That will come in handy later. And again, the whole witch talisman and stuff is optional. Pretty sure it is, anyway. You did not need to go in that cave in order to beat this level. But if you want to see all of the game, it's pretty much necessary. Alright, here we go. Some money there, gotta be careful I don't fall down. We already opened that thing up. Oops. Uses up quite a bit of your shield to do that blocking, you know. So they give you another shield here, see? They give you this nice little crevice to hide in if you need to. And oh yeah, another shield. Because, of course you're going to use up your shield, right? All throughout this little sequence. Which I keep on falling down. Sorry for the constant rumbling, I know that's a thing. Also a thing is the fact that my screen color is changing. Oh, you're heading on to bed. Alright, well, I understand. So, feel free to watch the video on demand later, Treypacks, if you like, on YouTube. I'll be posting it there. Of course, it'll also be on Twitch. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Uh-oh. I need to try and fix why that's not happening. It's because I hit that flux thing, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's right. I can fix this. I have a keyboard. Well, thought I could fix it, maybe not. Try that again. Thankfully, I have save states. So, of course, I have to wait for the game itself to launch. I think. Oh, yeah, I forgot the hotkeys. That's something else I've yet to figure out, is why sometimes my hotkey binds don't stay bound. Makes no sense to me. I need to contact the RetroArch people. There we go, see? Alright, there we are. We're almost done with this level. Whoops. I keep thinking that's my shield, because in another game that is your shield button. Ah! See? Save states. They'll save your bacon. I just want to, you know, get 100% of collectibles, even if I don't really need to. And we're finally here at the end.
We have failed the master. We give our lives.
Yes, you do. Let's get a little more health over here and try not to fall off while doing so. It will not only fill up your immediate health, but also their life bottles or heart containers. See? I think it contains about 600 life in those things. They do run out. They're not infinite. The adventurer will be wise to be thorough in the exploration of an area. Hidden locations reap great rewards. Again, a reference to that witch cave down there. And because we got the chalice, we're off to the Hall of Heroes to get our prize.
Back from the battle so soon? It must think it is a hero by now. But only a true hero is worthy of a place in the Hall of Heroes. See the ghostly statue of your fraudster self? When it has turned solid, a true hero you will be.
Yep. Because even though your legacy is that you killed Zarok, you fell at the first charge in the battle. That was the... So you're a fraud. I love that.
Hurrah! I knew it would take more than an army of the evil dead to throw your strider. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
Yes, of course I'll accept it. And it's the lovely life bottle. We need those so desperately. I don't know why. A lot of these, they'll tell you, yeah, I have something to give you, but I don't know what it is. My guess is that during development of the game, they didn't know that they were going to do what they were going to do, who they're going to have, give what. So they just said, "Oh, just have them say they don't know what it is," because they didn't know. The developers didn't at the time. That's my guess. And as usual, yes, we will save the game. See there. I think what I'll do is, since we're getting close to 10:30, I'll get through this right here, the Hilltop Mausoleum, and that'll finish us up for tonight, because there is a boss at the end of this stage. So it seems appropriate to complete the game here. It shows we have 2 chalices collected. I can't remember what the total number of chalices is in this game off the top of my head. You are entering a house of pain! Rumors abound of evil doings in the secret catacombs below this very hall. Yeah, these gremlins, goblins, whatever they are annoying. The ones with torches aren't so bad. But there's one in particular in the catacombs that is really grabby. He doesn't have any torches, but he will steal your weapons and other items. So we can't get in through there. There's a club. We'll come back and grab that. Before we do, we'll drop into these little things, because sometimes there's goodies in them. Oh, see, used energy vial on that one. Smash these things open. Can't remember if, come on, hop on out of there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, notice there's some light coming out of this one. Yeah, that's to indicate to you that that's where you need to go. That's where the catacombs are. Okay, so in we go. Watch out for sticky-fingered imps. They're imps, that's what they are. These thieves will strip you down to your armored undies. Thankfully, these are all carrying torches, so they aren't the sticky-fingered variety. I always take so many hits. It's super annoying. So, we need to go through both sides here first before going straight. And better off doing it with this, and you'll see why soon. You could jump over these stained glass traps, but you're better off not doing so. because you'll see in a moment here, as soon as I take care of all these imps. Annoying. Okay, are they all dead now? Grab ourselves a used energy vial and this. The floor is collapsing. See, it allows you to run back while the floor is collapsing behind you without the need to jump over those stained glass spikes. And don't worry, the collapsing floor stops right here, so you're safe at this point. I guess that's a torch back there. Alright, so let's continue on with our bashing of these stained glass floors. Stained glass sticking out of the floor or whatever. So we have an Earth room, but not, however, the Moon room. So we can't get in there just yet. Oh, I hope those spikes don't come back. I can't remember if they do. Alright, so let's move on then. I think we get that Moon room down here somewhere. These I think we can jump over just fine if we wanted to. Or bash them. I like to go ahead and clear them out just cause. Yeah, because I don't think you can actually jump back up here. Now here's where the sticky fingered imp is. See, there he is. When he runs around, he's got his hands up in the air. Now, if he does grab your sword or whatever, you can get it back by killing him. You have to chase after him, though, because he runs the moment he grabs something from you. Yeah, you can't jump back up there, so you have to find an alternate means. The stained glass demon is the master of the mausoleum. His wretched soul lies preserved inside a frozen glass heart. Shrouded in a veil of darkness beneath the mausoleum, you will find this pre-frozen menace. Pre-frozen, which is over here, requires the Chaos Room. Never really looked at that mural before. Still not. Oh! There's... I thought there was just one. There's actually two of the sticky-fingered imps. My apologies. Yes, life fountains are great. Okay. So, here these gates open up, finally. Let's go ahead and grab the Moon Rune. We're going to need that. This is the stained glass demon. Love that floor mural as well. But we don't have... we haven't unfrozen his heart yet. So let's head over here. What's this about? The would-be Phantom of the Opera longs to play a new tune, but he seems doomed to repeat the same chords of despair over and over. We can also grab this Chaos Rune, which we will need. Let's not waste energy vial there. So, you notice we haven't found where the chalice is just yet. Well, there is that one hall down here, isn't there? Oh, good. Those spikes do remain missing. Ah, I didn't hit anyone. Oh my goodness, 4 of us. The chalice can now be collected. So we can now collect it, but we haven't seen it yet. Is that all the imps here? Yeah. Energy vial, and grab this. It says, found sheet music. So again, the floor is collapsing. We gotta run. There we we go. And again, it stops here, so we're good. Now, we can also place Chaos Rune here and come on down. And I'm going to go ahead and use up more of this club. Because I hate new spikes. See, they hurt. Plus there's a replacement club in that chest, if I'm not mistaken. At least nearby. And there is the heart of the beast. Oh, throwing daggers. Okay, good. It's up here. No, that's a copper shield. Oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter. So, in order to release the demon, push this here. And over here. RGBY. Red, green, blue, yellow. So this game is actually getting a remake on the PS4. I can't remember when it's coming out. And I don't own a PS4. But it's almost tempting enough for me to buy a PS4 just for the game. Of course, I'm not going to. Well, most likely not anyway. Now, we don't want to wake up see, he's waiting there, all those color things swirling around. We don't want to touch those just yet, because we still haven't gotten the chalice. However, this guy wants to play a new tune, and thankfully we have some sheet music. See, we also have the witch talisman there. So let's give him the sheet music. And he's ecstatic. And he has thoughtfully opened up a secret compartment which has money and the chalice. Store has the usual. We're already full up on everything, so thanks but no thanks, buddy. Alright, here we go. Ready for some boss fight. The demon's heart is his only vulnerable point. So, yeah, we're going to switch over to the crossbow here. The only time you can actually damage him is when he's in the middle, when and he puts his heart out to be exposed. Ow. Almost worn down on copper shield here. But there we go, he's gone. Easy and fun boss to fight. And our reward is the skull key, which is you remember is required to enter the land of the living. And to the Hall of Heroes. One more time here.
It's the Hall of Heroes shopping mall. Bargain hunters should check out the ground floor. Well-to-do shoppers should check out the upper floor. That's where it's at.
Indeed. We can also get off of the crossbow there. So, no more Canny Tim for now. There we go. It's and it's not Woden the Mighty either. It's Skull Cleaver, I think this guy is.
Ah, Fortescue! What's this I hear about that archcad Zarok still being alive? Thought you killed the fella. Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I expect Johnny's zombies a bit more of a handful than you remember. How are you doing for weapons? Here, take my warhammer. It'll smash anything and it won't fall apart like a club. I only ever get to use it cracking walnuts around this place.
Great, but defaults to no.
Nonsense, Fortescue.
And then,
I won't take no for an answer. Knock a few heads for old Stan your iron hewer, eh?
hey. So we now have the hammer, which is odd because we just recently got the club. The hammer is the upgraded version of the club. I think it does more damage, and it definitely does not deteriorate like the club does. And strange that they would give you the hammer so soon after introducing you to the club. But there you have it. Alright, well, it is 10:30. I think I streamed enough for tonight, even though I could play this for hours. But I do need to, you know, I need to work in the morning. Gotta go to bed. Hey, more of the map is revealed. So, save our progress, and we'll continue this next week. Pop that in there. Yep, over at the existing save. Thank you. And there we are. And also give it a save slot there. So I'll go ahead and quit out of this game. Alright, that'll do for tonight. Thank you all very much for joining me. If you have been watching, thanks to DrePax for joining in. I can be found here on Twitch, streaming every Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find me here as well as on Twitter at SturmB and on Instagram at Sturm. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I will make any announcements or changes to the plans on on Twitter. So follow me there so you can keep up to date on that. Also, follow me here if you're so inclined on Twitch. And I guess that's it. So I will see you all next time. Let me get back to my remote control here. I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching. You can also watch on YouTube. That's what I was going to say. I knew I was forgetting something. I post these on YouTube when I can. Usually within a day or two of this stream. A day or two of streaming this. So please watch me there as well. At any rate, thank you very much for watching. Take care.